Hello and welcome again to River Valley Farm. We got some batteries on the charge. Matter of fact, I need to change this right now so we can do something different. These were pretty good and hot already. I'm just kind of refreshing them a little bit. And then I need to make a little jumper battery cable to go between the two so we can get 24 volts out of them pretty easy. And then we're gonna go see if we can start a D8. So let me get this cable made real quick. I'm only gonna make about I don't know, that long of a cable. Well, that should be good. And then I'm gonna solder all that together, and we'll go from there. So anyway, let me get busy, get this cable made, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, so here we have our properly made battery cable. This is the end of the cable that I cut off, so it was kind of a little bit hairy. Filled the end with solder, stick the cable down in it, cut off the excess that didn't fit. That was one of the great things about solder. It makes a solid connection. And then this end I did not cut, I just stripped it and it went on there. Did not have any heat shrink, thought I did but did not, so shame on me. Anyway, we did not have heat shrink, so we just taped it. Tape is a good insulator, it does not seal. Anyway, so I'm gonna let that battery charge for a little bit longer, unload up and drive down the road and see what we get from there. This thing's kind of in the middle of town, but back off out of the way a little bit, so we should be able to get some decent footage of what's going on with it. Anyway, this is something that a guy I know wants to buy, hasn't ran in quite a while. We'll see. This is just to see if it runs or not. It's supposed to have other issues, but it has new undercarriage and so on and so forth. But anyway, we're gonna go see if it'll start or not, and then see what other issues we may be able to find once it does start. Okay, so just for quick point here before we take off, before we get to the machine, I just want to point this out. This was how we found the batteries that were in the thing. You can see that post is not very good, so we are going to use that post as the one in between the two batteries. Okay, that's the one that my little jumper cable here is going to sit to, and then we're going to go to positive on the other one, and then we'll have positive here going to the machine, and then negative that goes to the frame ground on the machine. And we're going to hope that works. If not, more or less we just didn't want to invest any money into this thing because you know, I've already, this little cable right here is probably about $20 already. But anyway, we didn't want to invest any money into it because we don't know what all's wrong with it. We may be walking away from the thing. Supposedly the left-hand final drive quit pulling, so on and so forth. So yeah, like I said, we may be, or no, not the left hand, the right hand side, the right hand track quit pulling on it. So we may be just walking away from the thing anyway. Like I said, we're just going to go check it out, see if it'll start or not. It's always good content to go check and see if something's going to run. So we're going to do that, and when we get there, you'll find out just the same as me. Alright, so here we are sitting on a D8N up here by the battery box anyway. I've put my batteries in. I packed them from all the way over there where the truck's sitting. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's where I carried them from. About 100 yards away. Group 31 batteries are not light. They're not as heavy as some things, but they're not light. So we got one more terminal to put on here, and this is one I would believe that burnt up the post on the battery because it doesn't fit very well. But anyway, we have the disconnect switch there turned off, and then we're going to turn it on here in a minute and see what happens. Hopefully good things. It starts up and it all works and what have you, but I don't think that's going to be the case because, well, I'll just show you here in a minute. Maybe. All right, let me get this tightened up and then we'll show you what else is going on. All right, so anyway, this is the transmission dipstick, I do believe. And as you can see, all that gray, black, and funny looking stuff in there, that's clutch material, I would guess. Maybe some metal filings as well. So something has happened here. And then this one should be either your I think that's your transmission fill there. Yeah, this is your hydraulic, so that would be transmission fill. Anyway, let's go master on. It's not doing anything funny yet, so that's a good sign. Key. Hey, that works. That's encouraging. All right. Fuel. Batteries ain't gonna do it though. I wonder. Sometimes there's a I don't know what vintage, but sometimes this older cat stuff, there's a hydraulic disconnect. I don't see one though. So anyway, but yeah, probably gonna need yep. Anyway, all right, so yeah, we need a 24 volt jump pack. I do not own one of those. So anyway, that was kind of a whole lot for nothing, wasn't it? But anyhow, we'll get back to it eventually, I suppose. It's rained here 5 inches in the last 2 days, so yeah, it's probably not a good idea to try and drive something down here and jump it. But yeah. So yeah, I guess that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm sure I'll be back to this thing here in the near future because the guy that wants to buy this thing, if he doesn't have a jump pack, he'll go buy one. Anyway. Okay, so anyway, this is interesting to note, I guess we should say. This is the starter. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see down in here or not, but that ain't factory. It needs to be a lot tighter than that. Matter of fact, that might very well be where all the crud in the transmission oil came from. But anyway, one thing at a time. Let's get it started first. Alright, so for good measure, I had one more battery in the truck that I could use, so I tied it in parallel to this battery here because that one will be at 12 volts. Okay, this one is going to be 24 volts, so we don't want to hook this battery to that battery because then we'll have those two batteries pushing juice into that one and cause an explosion. The way I've got it right now, it shouldn't do that. Anyway, just for good measure, we're going to try that because I had it. That'd be a no. That's not gonna work either. So anyway, well, I guess I'm gonna have to see if I can borrow a jump pack or buy a 12 24 volt jump pack or something to that effect. So anyway, more money, whatever. We'll see how it goes. Thanks again, guys. I will be back to this thing, whether it be here or someplace else. So keep an eye out.